Yo, what's up, guys? It's Ash is back here again with another video, and man, the NBA offseason has already been way better than the NBA regular season, bro. We got news just now that CP3 is going to the Houston Rockets in exchange for Sam Decker, Lou Williams, and Patrick Beverly. Man, that is so crazy, bro. Wow. I mean, the Rockets just got 10 times better if they weren't already better. But I'm going to be discussing a couple things before, we start making any predictions. First and foremost, they got CP3. I mean, one of the best point guards in the league. The point guard of the league. Probably the best pure point guard in the league. I mean, he's raw talent. He can score. He can pass. He can defend. He can do anything for you. Now that CP3 is there, you don't have to have James Harden playing the point guard. He can go back to his natural position of scoring and, playing the shooting guard instead of, having to pass and score at the same time, even though it was probably his best season last year in his entire career. Now he can go back to just mainly scoring and have CP3 doing all the playmaking. Now, what happens to the Clippers? Well, it's pretty apparent now that the Clippers are pretty much in full rebuild mode, because now that CP3 has left, what's going to happen to Griffin? Griffin's probably going to leave now, and he's probably going to go somewhere else like the Thunder or something. He's not going to want to stay there because there's no playmaker there, and you don't want to just be playing with DeAndre Jordan. So I think this is what they brought in Jerry West for, because they know that they're about to go into full rebuild mode and they want somebody smart to do all the decisions for them so they don't fuck up and, not do something dumb like the Clippers did with Lob City, because it was apparent that there was absolutely no inside scoring. There was no direction. It was just Lob City all day, and then when it came to the playoffs, it was over, man. I mean, you could see it in them. They had no chance to go up against any of the big boy teams like the Spurs or the Warriors. It's pretty apparent now, So let's see. I want to see what else we could talk about. Now, not all is good in Houston. The trade did lose some good players for Houston. They did lose Lou Williams, who's probably the best bench scorer in the league. I mean, he was just crazy good. He played on my Lakers, so I could already tell you he's one of the best bench scorers in the league and probably in NBA history, honestly. That's kind of a big loss. You don't have that good of a bench now, even though Eric Gordon was pretty much doing all the dirty work on the bench. He's just crazy, and he won Sixth Man of the Year, so he could still put up the points. You also lost in Sam Decker. He was a young, good player. I mean, I don't know how much he put up, but I could tell you in the playoffs he was doing pretty good, and maybe he'll develop into something in the Clippers. You also lost Patrick Beverly, which I don't think is a huge loss now, because you could regain CP3. I mean, he's like 10 times better than him. So, I mean, that's okay. Now let's discuss the Clippers' future. Now, I think it's pretty clear now that Blake Griffin's going to be leaving. He's probably going to be leaving somewhere to, like, the Thunder, maybe. I hope he goes to the Thunder, not the Celtics. Screw the Celtics, man. I hate them. I think he's going to be going to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think that would best fit him for his role. I mean, that could easily turn into a high 50-win team with Russell Westbrook and Blake Griffin. And now that the Clippers are in rebuild mode, they're going to have to trade DeAndre Jordan. I could see him going to the Suns or maybe the Portland Trail Blazers for, maybe like a pick and a young player, because now they don't really need him anymore. I mean, you don't want to be wasting your talents on a rebuilding team, honestly, where you could go take it to the Suns, who are about like a player away from the playoffs, or the Portland Trail Blazers, who are like another player away from, probably contending. And I mean, man, the Clippers, man, we all thought someday maybe they're going to be good. And we all saw at the beginning of the season when they started off like as the best record in the league. Like I think they started off 6-0, and now they lost CP3 and it's all over. I'm probably gonna lose Blake Griffin now. It's kind of sad to see this, but at the same time, my Lakers won't be the trashiest team in the league. Let's get it, boy. Something I forgot to mention was that, the Rockets are trying to trade players so they won't go under the cap. Apparently, they just traded Tim Quarterman to the Houston Rockets. I have no idea who that is, and that's a weird last name, but I have no idea. They also traded for DeAndre Liggins for cash consideration, so they wouldn't go under the cap. So those are two new players that the Rockets have. I don't know. I think DeAndre Liggins is pretty good, but he's been traded like 17 times already. I remember he was good on the Cavs, so yeah. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much my overview of this trade. I think the Rockets could go they'll probably win 60 plus games with CP3 with another scorer, because now that CP3 is there, I think they're gonna have to have more scoring now. You could have still the same defense with better playmaking. I mean, you can't have James Harden doing all the playmaking and have CP3 just not doing anything, just scoring, because that's not really CP3's game. Maybe he'll turn into a scorer. Who knows? Maybe I think he'll turn into a scorer. I think they'll share the points. They'll both average like 20 a game, even though CP3's getting kind of old. But yeah, I think they'll go 62 and 20 next year. As far as the Clippers go, I'm not even gonna make a prediction. They're probably gonna trade DeAndre before the season starts. So yeah, they're in full rebuild mode now. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, guys, peace. Have a good day. I also want to give a quick shout out to the crossover. I used their video in this video for the CP3 highlights. Thanks, guys, and make sure to go check out the channel, and peace.